This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah. Hello all, good morning. Welcome back. Can you see my screen, everyone, online?
Yes.
Yeah. So today we are going to discuss about introduction to cloud. So first we'll start with cloud. In our course, we'll start with cloud. Okay. So after that, we'll cover DevOps. Okay. Because we required infrastructure, right? To create, to integrate tools, to configure tools, we require servers, infrastructure, right? So that is why first we'll go with cloud platform, AWS. After that, we cover Linux sessions. After that, we go with DevOps. Okay, fine. So in this session, we'll try to understand what is cloud, why companies are moving their infrastructure to cloud, and what are the advantages of cloud. So what are the things available? We'll try to understand. Fine. So basically, what is cloud computing? What is cloud computing? Anyone having any idea? Any guess? What is the importance here?
Everything available online and remote.
Okay. Fine. So this is the definition I found from Google. So cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including server, storage, database, networking, softwares, analytics, so many things, right? So what does it mean? So for example, there is no cloud computing concept. Assume that there is no cloud concept. So all the servers hosted in our local data center. Okay. So who will maintain that servers in local data center? Local admins will maintain the servers. So local admins will have full control of them, right? So whenever you want to take any remote or whenever you want to perform any activities, we'll have full control of the local servers. Whereas cloud computing, when we talk about cloud computing, so no longer sitting inside of our data centers, the servers will be available in cloud only. So now, so trend is changed. Everything will be changed. Everything is already changed. Okay. Whoever maintaining on-premises servers, they are migrating to cloud. So whenever we talk about cloud computing, cloud servers, so we need to take the resources from some third-party vendor. Okay, servers, switches, routers, storages. We need to get from the one of the cloud vendor. So for that services servers, we need to pay the bills like gas bills, electricity bills. So it's an hourly basis. So it's a kind of renting. Okay, fine. Yeah. Next one is this is Google Drive. Okay, so where this drive is available in Gmail, right? So when you want to upload any files, when you want to download any files, when you want to edit any files, we'll connect to Gmail account and we can upload some files, we can download some files, right? So when you upload any file, where those files will be saved? So Google Drive lo meer oka file upload cheste, so the file will be saved in where it will be saved? It will be saved in some backend, there will be some server. So actually it is not a server, it is a data center. It is a Google data center. So this is the backend server. Actually, it is not a server, it is a data center. So basically, what is data center? So data center and main. So let us try to understand. So data center is nothing but people will call it as network room and hub room. Okay, hub room. So it is a basically it is a server room. Okay. So data center is the server room. People call it as hub room, network room. So different names. Okay. It is a server room, right? So when we host any servers, the servers will be hosted in this data center. Okay. Fine. So in data center, we host some servers, switches, so routers, so load balancers, and network. Okay, and different kind of store like storages, backup devices, right? So these are the devices which are hosted in data center. So who will maintain this data center? Servers and switches, routers? Local data center people will maintain all these devices, right? Fine. So when we talk about servers, okay, so for example, let us take some small Java project, okay, Java project. So if you want to start any project, if you want to start any startup company or any project, so very first thing what we require servers, right? So we require servers. Yeah. So there is a Java project here. So first we require servers. So this is startup company. This is startup company. So not new, not old one. Startup company. So if you want to start any, if you want to get any project from the client, first we need to prepare some POC and we need to showcase to client. So what is POC? Anyone having any idea what is POC? So before getting the project from client, so we need to prepare some POC. What is POC? It's a, yeah, someone told that, Vera told
Proof
that.
of concept.
Yeah, correct. So we need to prepare some POC, proof of concept, and we need to showcase to client. So if we approve that POC, then he will give the project. If he's rejected that POC, will not get any project. That is normal process every project team will follow. Okay. Before getting real project, for example, we have one US project. Okay. So company is trying to get the project. Before getting the project, we need to showcase something, some proof we need to showcase, right? So we are doing like this. This is the way we are doing. That proof we need to showcase, right? So once the client is accepted that proof, then he will give the project, right? Right. So for which, for this POC, client asks you to take 6 servers. 2 servers are development servers, 2 servers are QA servers, 2 servers are production servers. Client asks you to take 6 servers to develop this POC. Okay. So why we require 3 types of servers? When developers develop the code in development servers, they don't directly deploy on production servers. Before that, some testing will be happen. QA means testing. Okay, here some testing will be happened. After that, they will push to production. Their deployment will be happen, right? So for which client asks you to take 6 servers. Yeah. So in the 6 servers, first 2 servers, what will happen here? First 30 days, developers develop the code on development servers. Okay. So once complete the development, from 31 days to 40 days. So testing will be happen. Okay. So after that, yeah, from 41 days to 45 days, code deployment will be happen. Production deployments. Okay, so this is the structure. This is the way every development team will follow. Every project team will follow. Okay, so yeah, first two servers. If you want to set up this POC, what we need to do? First, we need to procure 6 servers, right? And we need to start the development, testing, deployment, right? So here, this is not cloud environment. This is physical environment, on-premises setup. I'm talking about on-premises, not cloud setup. Okay. So here, so when we configure physical servers, so before configuring physical servers, we need to procure some licensing for OS license and application license, right? Without license, we can't develop any code in real projects. In POCs also, server side, we require licensing. So if you want to get licensing, what the minimum period would be? Minimum licensing period would be? Minimum period licensing. For example, if you laptop Windows, so Windows licensing.
Near.
What the minimum? 1 year. Minimum 1 year. But our POC is here 45 days only. For 45 days, POC, if you request vendor to provide 45 days, they will not provide licensing. So even 6 months also they will not provide. Minimum 1 year we need to buy the license. One year licensing we need to procure. So after that we need to recruit one admin. So because developers will not have any idea about configuring servers. Okay, we required one admin. So we required AC, we required server room, we required network, right? So we required all these things. Sorry, we required license, admin, AC, server room, network, security. So these things we require. So if you want to set up any data center, if you want to configure any servers, these are the things required. So this is physical servers, local data center. Okay, fine. So if the POC is success, I'm talking about this is startup company, first project. Okay, if the POC is success, it is fine. Or else what will happen? This is waste of money, right? The server costing, licensing, admin, these are all waste of money, right? So the same requirement, if you set up in cloud, what will happen? So we'll try to understand. So same Java project. So 45 days timeline. Okay, so POC here, same POC, right? So here in cloud, what will happen? So in cloud, whenever you want any server, you can create within 1 minute. Whenever you need a server, it will be available within 1 minute only, right? So here in physical environment, if you want to set up server 10 days before, we need to place the order. So either Dell servers, HP servers, whatever servers, they will deliver the servers. After that, we need to move to server room. We need to configure in racks. Okay, we need to connect network connectivity, power. We need to install operating system. We need to install applications. We need to move to production. We need to start the development. So whereas cloud not like that. So whenever you require any server, it will be available immediately within 1 minute. So within 1 minute you can create a number of servers. Okay. So here first 30 days we require 2 servers, right? So immediately on that same day we can create 2 servers for development for first 30 days, right? So once the development is completed, so we can create 2 more servers again. After 30 days, you can create 2 more servers. At a time, no need to create all the servers. Okay. So again, you can create 2 more servers, US servers for 41 days to 45 days. So after that, we can create 2 more servers for production from here 31 days to 40 days, right? So here 41 days to 45 days. So we can create 2 more servers for deploying the code. right? So this is the way, whenever we want any servers, we can create immediately. Within 1 minute, we can create a number of servers in cloud. So how to create, we'll see that in real sessions. Okay, fine. So in this scenario, in the cloud setup, we don't require any licensing part. No licensing, right? No admin required. As a DevOps engineer, we can create servers. Okay, it is very simple, right? No server room, no network not required. No security should be maintained for data center. So it will be maintained by vendor, cloud vendor. Right? So these are the things not required here. Fine. And if the POC is success in cloud setup, it is fine. If it is not approved by client, what will happen here? Here, for example, $100 will be wasted. Whereas here in physical environment, $500 will be wasted. So this is the difference, cloud and physical environment. So that is why whoever starting startup companies, they directly go to cloud setup. They are not procuring any servers. Okay, whoever using physical environment, they are migrating to cloud because of costing. So admin cost, no need, no admins required, no license required here. Okay, no server room required. So here 1/4 cost only, right? So here $500 will be wasted, right? So these are the advantages of cloud. Any questions here, anyone?
So here applications and licenses.
Yeah, application licensing and OS licensing will be taken care by cloud vendor. No need to procure any licensing in cloud setup. So whereas physical environment, we need to procure all the licenses. Any other questions, anyone? Fine. So let us go to slides. So this is data center, cloud data center. Okay. Fine. Next one is cloud computing at glance. Here we have 5 essential characteristics, 3 service models, and 4 deployment models. Okay. So first essential characteristics. So we have here 5 essential characteristics, which are like, first one is on demand. So what is on demand? So on demand means whenever we need any server, it should be available within 1 minute. That is nothing but on demand. So as we discussed here, so in cloud setup, we can create a number of servers 1 minute only. So whereas physical setup, we can't create. We need to procure, we need to configure. It will take minimum 10 days. Okay, fine. Whenever we need any servers, it should be available. That is nothing but on demand. Next one is broad network access. What is broad network access? So in cloud, whatever resources we are using, we can access from anywhere, from your home, from your office, from anywhere. If you have good internet connectivity, you can access from anywhere, right? That is nothing but broad network access. Next one is resource pooling. What is resource pooling? Resource pooling means, so whatever resources we are using in cloud, those resources we can pull it up and we can reuse. For example, we created one server and we have given to project team. So once project is completed, they will ask us to terminate the server to reduce the costing. For example, once project is completed, so they will ask us to terminate. Terminate means delete. So once delete the server, the billing will be stopped. So servers are renting, right? So whenever we use the servers, the billing will be generated. So normally in the real projects, what will happen? Whenever project is completed, so the project manager will ask you to terminate the server. As a DevOps engineer, we need to control that. We need to maintain that, right? So once we terminate the server, the project manager will ask you to save the data inside of the server. So server will be terminated, but hard drive, whatever drive is there inside of the server, we need to keep that data. We need to keep that drive. That drive we can reuse. We can connect to other server and we can reuse. Okay, that is resource pooling. Whatever data is available, whatever resources are available in the cloud, that we can reuse. You can pull it up and you can reuse. Okay. Next one is a rapid elasticity. What is this? So rapid elasticity means, so whatever resources we are using in cloud, those are elasticity. Means we can increase the resources, we can decrease the resources by single clicks. For example, I'm working on some DB server, database server. So middle of the activity, it is giving some performance issue. So on the fly, we can increase the resources. Means we can increase the RAM, we can increase the processing, we can increase the storage. So on the fly, without any downtime, we can increase. That is nothing but rapid elasticity, right? So next one is measured service. So whatever services we are using in cloud, those are measured. For example, we have one server. We are using from 9 AM to 6 PM. So after that, we are stopping the server. For that 9 hours, we have to pay the bill. So for example, you are using 1 hour only per day. So for that 1 hour only, we have to pay the bills. That is nothing but measured service. Okay. Any questions on this slide? Anyone? Is it clear to you, everyone?
Yes. Yes.
Fine. Next one is service models. Here we have 3 types of service models. IaaS, infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, software as a service. IaaS means, as a DevOps engineer, we have to create infrastructure on IaaS, infrastructure as a service. We have to create infrastructure, means servers, storage, network, and on top of that, we need to integrate tools, DevOps tools, right? So platform as a service, PaaS means, so in AWS still it is in development stage. Okay, so it is available in Azure, GCP, but in AWS it is in development stage. Once it is ready, what will happen? So whatever tools we are installing in IaaS, like Git, Jenkins, Maven, whatever tools, those tools will be integrated in PaaS, platform as a service. So we can directly log into the console and we can use them. No need to install, configure the tools. That is platform as a service. Platform will be ready. Okay, we can use them. So next one is, third one is software as a service, which is nothing but it is for reusability, like OneDrive, Google Drive, Amazon shopping site. Okay, so Flipkart, these are the reusable purpose. SaaS means reusability. Okay, fine. Next one is deployment models. We have 4 deployment models here, so which are like private cloud, hybrid cloud, community cloud, and public cloud. So what is private cloud? Private cloud means it is a on-premises cloud, our local servers. Next one is public cloud. What is public cloud? Public cloud means it is a AWS cloud, Azure cloud, Google cloud. That is public cloud. Next one is hybrid cloud. This is very important. What is our hybrid cloud? This is a combination of private and public, right? So for example, banking domains, insurance domains, they use hybrid clouds. Hybrid cloud they use. Banking, for example, HDFC Bank is there. They are using hybrid cloud. So they want to host their databases in private cloud. Private cloud means local servers. They want to host net banking sites, okay, different sites they want to host in public cloud. So because still people are not believing cloud, so cloud is 100% safe. Okay, I'll show you how much security cloud will provide you. Okay, when we talk about EC2 service, I'll show you security. So cloud is 100% security. Still some project teams not believing cloud. So that is why they are using hybrid cloud. They host their accounts, okay, transactions, user data, banking transactions. They host in their local servers. They host their websites in private, public cloud. Okay, that is nothing but hybrid cloud. So next one is community cloud. What is this? This is government cloud, defense cloud. So some healthcare projects host in community cloud. This is more security. So in this, others will not enter. This is only for government sectors. Okay, community cloud is government cloud. Fine. Yeah, is Mr. Jeff Bezos. Okay, is the world richest man who invented AWS. Okay, so in 2002, AWS born. So he's the founder of AWS. Okay, so initially they started selling books, e-commerce projects. Okay, initially they started e-commerce projects, selling books, and slowly they entered into the market. Okay, so initially they created a cloud for their infrastructure. Okay, slowly they provided to other customers. Now he's the topmost leader in the market. Okay, so why I'm showing this AWS? First we'll start with AWS in our course. First we'll start with AWS. Fine. Yeah, so these are the popular cloud models. Okay, so AWS is in first place, Amazon Web Services, Azure is in second place, Google Cloud is in third place. Still we have 25 more clouds, small players, Oracle Cloud and other clouds, Ali Cloud, IBM Cloud, different clouds are there. Okay, so these are the very popular clouds, topmost cloud. So now Google is investing more on Google Cloud. So maybe after 1 year, 2 years, it will come to second place because Google is investing more. They're increasing the data centers. Okay, fine. So next one is, these are the quadrants. In last quadrant, when we check, Amazon Web Services in first place, Azure is in, Microsoft Azure is in second place, Google Cloud is in third place. So these are the different clouds, Ali Cloud, Oracle Cloud, IBM Cloud, and DigitalOcean. Different clouds are there still. Okay, those are small players. Fine. Yeah, these are the cloud computing providers, different providers. So we have many clouds here, right? So these are the cloud market share. Okay, what are the market share available with the three clouds? So we'll try to understand here. AWS, Azure, and GCP. So this is the market share. Okay, so 33% occupied by AWS. 33% market share occupied by AWS. 18% occupied by Azure. 9% occupied by Google Cloud, and remaining clouds like Ali Cloud 6%, IBM Cloud 5%, Salesforce 3%. Okay, so yeah, like this, different clouds are there. So AWS is leader, is the main cloud, is the most of the percent, like 33% occupied by AWS here. Right. So this is the cloud DevOps market growth year on year. The market is growing like this. Okay. So see here. So since 2014, I'm seeing this market. I switched in 2013. I switched into DevOps in 2013. So since 2014, the market is year on year growing like this. Coming 2025 till 2025, it is showing like this. This is the one job portal given this review. They analyze it like this. Okay, one of the job portal given this. Okay, so till 2025, they given this graph like this. Okay, so currently we are in 2021. So this is the same way, growth is same. So till 2025, market is like this. Okay. Yeah, these are the cloud support components and devices: storage, mobile devices, applications, okay, databases, hybrid clouds, okay, servers, private cloud, public cloud. Right. So yeah, next one is EC2. EC2 will start from Tuesday. Okay, and I'll show you some examples here. Any questions till now? Any questions, anyone?
Where will display select hybrid cloud, public cloud?
Sorry, can you speak a bit louder? Your voice is breaking.
Different mode of representation, like public, hybrid.
Okay, difference, right? Difference between public, private, hybrid. Yeah. So private cloud means local cloud, on-premises cloud, local servers, right? Public cloud means it is AWS cloud, Azure cloud, GCP cloud. Hybrid cloud means it is a combination of private and public, two clouds. So because banking domains, business domains, they use hybrid cloud. They want to host their databases in private cloud. They want to host their websites in public cloud. Clear?
Okay.
Any other questions, anyone? Yeah, so I'll show you cloud platforms once. Okay, so just for example, if you want to, yeah, so cloud platform I'll show you. aws.amazon.com is the URL for login into AWS. Okay, sign in. So how to create account I'll show you. Okay, don't worry. So I'm just giving you some a review. I just show you something here. Forex. Yeah, this is my AWS management console. This is my dashboard. Okay, AWS console dashboard. So here we have services, different services. Okay, if you click here, compute services, storage services, database services, different services available. Okay, so in this, whatever services we want to work, we need to click on this and we need to connect that service and we need to create servers. Okay, so this is easy to. For example, if you want to create any server, so here we need to go. Okay, and also here important thing is, so these are the regions. Okay, in AWS we have different regions. So region means data centers. Okay, so here we have US East, North Virginia, Ohio region, North California, Oregon. Okay, so also Asia Pacific we have Mumbai region. Okay, Singapore region, Sydney. So these are the Europe region. So regions are data centers. So as per the client requirement, we need to switch to region and we need to create the resources. Okay, region means data center. So based on the requirement, so for example, currently I'm in Ohio region, US East 2 region. So I want to switch to Mumbai region. So select Mumbai here. Click on Mumbai region. It will switch to Mumbai. So in Mumbai region, we can create resources. So as per the requirement, we create some resources. For example, our development team is available in Mumbai region. We can create in Mumbai region. So our development team is available in Americas region. Okay, US East 2 or US North California. So there we can create servers. Okay, so based on the requirement, we can create the server here. And also this is my login ID. So billing. Okay, so these are the things. These are the details available here. So if you want to create VPC network, so you can create VPC here, networking and content delivery, VPC, okay, IAM. So different services are there. So we'll discuss this one by one. We'll go deep dive, don't worry. So this is my AWS console. So the same way, Azure also available, I'll show you. So portal.azure.com. So because we discussed 3 platforms, right? Just I wanted to show you. So we need to log in Azure. This is my Azure platform. So in Azure also we cover some services here. Okay. So in this, if you go to here navigation menu, we'll get all the services. These are the services. If you want to create any servers, so in Azure we'll call it as VMs. In AWS we'll call it as instances. Server will call it as instance in AWS. Here in Azure we'll call it as VM. So if you want to create any instance, you need to go to virtual machines, click on this and create a virtual machine. Okay, so here also same functionality wise both are same. So some terminology will be changed. Okay, so here you can create servers, network, switches, snapshots. Okay, what are the day-to-day activities, daily activities, everything will cover in this. Okay, and also Google Cloud. So here website name is console.cloud.google.com. This is the website. So click on this and we can log in into Google Cloud. This is my Google Cloud platform dashboard. Yeah, so this is my platform. So yeah, the same way here navigation menu is there. Click on this. If you want to create any instance, go to Compute Engine, VM instance, we can create like this. If you want to configure Kubernetes engine, Kubernetes, you can go to Kubernetes engine. If you want to configure any storage, cloud storage, file storage, right? You can configure databases also, you can configure here. So, and also here in GCP, we have very good feature, which is artificial intelligence. Big data also there. So we have here artificial intelligence services. Okay. And also networking services, monitoring services, networking services, different services are there. Okay. So we'll go deep dive when we talk about Google Cloud. Okay. So we are going to cover 3 platforms here. First, we'll start with AWS. After that, we start Linux sessions. Then we'll go with DevOps. Okay. Any questions, anyone?
Azure.
Yeah, Azure also there.
Azure and
Azure.
Google.
Yeah. Once completed DevOps, we'll start Google Cloud. After that, we'll cover Azure. Okay.
Azure
First,
and
we'll start. Yeah.
Azure and GCP also have free tier, 1 year free tier accounts. Like AWS.
Azure and GCP, can you come in?
Azure and GCP have 1 year free trial account. We can do free, like
Yeah,
AWS.
no, not like that. So AWS account is 1 year free. Azure GCP is 3 months only. They provide 3 months. Okay, 3 months, $300 credits they provide. So within that only we need to use. But Azure also same. Azure also 3 months only. Okay. Azure GCP they are giving 3 months only. AWS is giving 1 year free. Okay. So after 3 months, if it is expired, you can create one more account. Okay, I'll show you how to create account, how to create servers, how to create network. So we don't need to pay any single LP. So it is a free tier eligible. So we can create accounts and create servers, and we can practice it. Elastic API will provide. And then five IPs free. So they are giving Elastic IPs 5 IPs free. So beyond the limits, it will be charged. Awesome. So మీరు ఇంతవరకు నేనైతే బిల్ పే చేయలేదు 3 years నుంచి వాడతాను కదా పే చేయలేదు సో ఇన్ కేస్ మీకు ఇఫ్ యూ గెట్ బియాండ్ ది లిమిట్స్ దే విల్ సెండ్ యూ సమ్ ఈమెయిల్స్ సో బై ద టైమ్ ఇఫ్ యూ రెస్పాండ్ దట్ ఈమెయిల్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ సే లైక్ ఐఎమ్ యూజింగ్ సమ్ టెస్ట్ సర్వర్స్ unnecessarily got the bill. If you reply that, they will revert that amount. So if you are not responding, what they will do, they will suspend your account. That's it. They will stop your account. Unknowingly, they will not charge any single LP. Okay. So you need to give credit card details, but they will not charge anything. Okay. Any questions, anyone? So we have completed 3 sessions, 3 demos, right? So Monday onwards, we'll start real sessions. Okay, Monday, so we'll discuss about what is server, what is network, what is router, what is configuration, switches, all these things we'll cover. Monday, basics. Okay. Tuesday onwards, slowly we'll enter into AWS. First, what is EC2 instance? What is server in cloud? What is console? First, we'll walk through console. will cover console tabs, all tabs, one by one. What is this like? So AWS console is there here. So in AWS, one by one, all these tabs will cover on Tuesday. Okay. After that, Wednesday onwards, we'll start working on EC2 instance. Okay. So after that, once we complete the EC2 will take nearly 3 days. So in EC2, how to create servers, how to create AMIs, what is IP addressing, how to get public IP, how to get private IP, what is public IP, what is private IP, what is dynamic IP, what is static IP. Okay, all these things will cover in EC2. After that, we'll move to networking part. What is VPC, what is subnets, what is gateways, will cover networking part. After that, we'll move to storage part. Okay, what is S3 bucket, what is S3 bucket, what is EBS volumes, okay, what is snapshots, all these things will cover. So after that, auto scaling, IAM, different services are there. So we'll cover all these things one by one. Okay. So I think, hope you got content. Everyone got content, right? So as per the content, we go, right? So we have completed 3 sessions till now. So if you want to continue from Monday, so you need to make the fee. You need to pay the fee by Sunday EOD. So Monday link will be changed. So you will get the account details today. Everyone will get account details today. Our people will send you. So make by Sunday EOD, so that link will be changed on Monday. So Monday onwards, you will be logged into other link. Okay. So if you are interested, you can make the fee by Sunday EOD. Yeah. Content details asking by Vera, right? Okay. Sure.
Monday will be the class there. Class will be there, no?
Yeah, class will be there. Monday same timings. Class will be there. Link will be changed. Meeting link will be changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can ping me. My number is there, right? So you can WhatsApp me and share the content. Fine. So Monday 8 to 9, we'll have same timings from Monday onwards, regular sessions. So Monday onwards, we'll go deep. Every two. Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, can you please paste your contact numbers again in the chat group?
Yeah. This is my number. You can take down, you can save my number, and you can WhatsApp me. I'll share the content today, so you can go to the content. And any questions?
And sir, WhatsApp group creation will be there after Monday, sir.
Monday, yeah. Once change the link, you can create WhatsApp group, and you will be added into WhatsApp group.
Okay, sir.
Any more questions, anyone?
So AWS, Azure, and GCP all costs.
All classes, can you come again? All classes?
AWS, Azure, and GCP all cost same for the service, or it differ?
Yeah, same. So in AWS, Azure, GCP, DevOps, Linux, projects. So this is one package. Nothing more, nothing additionally charged.
Sir, including real time, it's 2.5 months.
Yeah, it will take nearly 3 months, 2.5 months, and extra maybe 1 week or 2 weeks it will take. Nearly 3 months.
Okay.
Fine, so we stop here for today. So Monday onwards, we'll start working on real sessions. So if you are interested, you can make the fee by Sunday evening, and you will get new link. Okay. So once you make the fee, you can send screenshot to me and our office number also, so that I'll add it into WhatsApp group. Okay.
Sir, who will send the detail bank? You are going to send the bank details and everything, or Harsha will share it?
Yeah, our people will send. Our backend people will send today account details. So you can pay through Google Pay or Phone Pay.
Okay, sir.
Right. After that, you need to send to you need to send screenshot to our people as well as you can send to me also. Okay,
Okay, sir.
fine. Any other questions? Yeah, fine. So we can stop here for today. Thank you all.